Hi, fourth graders. Today we are doing Module 3, Lesson 18. And today we're going to find whole number quotients and remainders. And we're going to be doing a little bit of mental math today. So hopefully you have been studying those multiplication facts. All right, here we go. So first we're going to start by dividing mentally. So we're going to think about 50 divided by 5. Okay, so we're thinking about how much 5 divided by 5 is, and we know that's times 10. So 50 divided by 5 is 10. It goes in 10 times. Now we're going to say to ourselves, how much is 5 divided by 5? Well, 5 goes into 5 once. So now we're going to think about how can we do 55 divided by 5 mentally. Let's draw a number bond to connect the two original problems to this new problem. I can take 55 and break it into 50 and 5. Now, if I look at my last two answers, I have 50 divided by 5 is 10. 5 divided by 5 is 1. So 55 divided by 5 is equal to 11. Let's do the same thing with a couple more examples. Let's think to ourselves 90 divided by 3. We know that 3 goes into 9 3 times, so it must go into 90 30 times. 6 divided by 3. How many 3's will fit into 6? 2. So if I wanted to do 96 divided by 3, I would take my quotient of 90 and then my quotient from 6 and put it together for 32. Same thing. 80 divided by 4. Well, I know that 4 goes into 8 twice, so it goes into 80 20 times.
Okay, today we are going to be talking about a book that we just read
divided by 4. We take the quotient.
This is a lovely book with beautiful illustrations. It has
and the quotient of 4 divided by
colors,
4, which is 1.
It's a really fun binding book and has a lot of beautiful information about honeybees, how they make honey, the waggle
dance.
Let's
look at the application problem for today.
I highly recommend this
Mallory's
book
family
for kids
is going to buy
kindergarten
oranges.
all the way through 5th.
The Grand Market sells oranges at 3 pounds, 87 cents.
Oh, so let's see.
How much does 1 pound
I don't know
of
where
oranges
I am.
cost at Grand Market?
Oh, did I not stop recording?
What I'm going to do, I'm going to do the read, draw, write. First, I'm going to
that's
think
like
about
to
what
finish
the
your
problem is
project.
telling me.
It's not like
If there's 3 pounds for 87 cents,
let me
I
try
wanna
doing
know
it
how
the
much
other way.
1
With the,
pound
oh wait,
of
there's also
oranges
narrate.
cost. So I'm going to first draw myself a tape
So I
diagram.
wonder. I'm
Here's
curious.
what that might look like.
Here, let's try it one other way. Because
87
maybe if you
cents
just want the
is my
picture up. So I
total.
just here I pulled up a
And I
book
know
just
that
read.
1
Let's try it
pound,
this way.
2 pounds, 3 pounds total.
Have you read it?
3 equal sections.
Super dense.
Stunning, wasn't it? Like
87
freaking stunning.
cents.
Yeah.
I want to find out.
Like every
the
time I
total
go on a
for
hike now,
1
it's just
pound of
like
oranges.
I can't.
So I'm taking
it's
a
really
total
amazing.
of 87
Yeah.
and dividing it into 3
So I'm just
equal
gonna pull up
groups.
an image.
Pause the video
I think
here,
that we can just
and I want you to
drop
do the
it in
standard
here.
algorithm of 87 divided by 3.
And if this seems like honestly, like if it's too,
All right.
if
When
it
you do
seems
the
like it ends up
standard
being too much of a
algorithm,
pain in the
that
butt, I just want to
87
try it
divided by
with you because
Yeah.
if it's not hard, then it's probably
goes
the
into
best
8
thing to
twice.
do if you just want audio.
3 times
Right,
2
so let's
is
go to
6.
import.
8 minus 6 is 2. Drop down to 7. 3 goes into 27 9 times. 9 times 3 is 27 with no remainder. So 1 pound of oranges
There it is.
cost 29 cents. We're going to go back and do more practice with the
Yeah,
standard
okay,
algorithm in just a moment.
So I think what we can do,
So here's our concept
Find
development
out.
for the day.
I wonder if we can
We're
just
going to
drop
start by solving
this
some division problems.
and then
The first one we're
choose
going
the
to solve
length of it.
together
I'm not
is
really
57
sure about that.
divided by 3. So we're going to divide
Put it there.
57 into
I
3
don't know if you
equal
can
groups.
just.
We're going to break 57
Yeah, see, this is
into
seeming to be maybe a
tens
little bit more annoying than we want.
ones.
And
So
if we
starting
can
by
edit.
dividing
So if you
57
click on
into
this,
tens and ones.
can I stretch
57
out
is
how
equal
long
to
this goes?
5 tens
Let's see,
and
let's
7
just
ones.
Edit. Does it have
Now, when we divide it up,
long
we're going to
goes on
start
for?
by dividing up the 5s.
Thing is, like, I remember
Why are we
doing
gonna
this
do
when I was
that? By
making
the
the
tens,
Fall
rather.
Creek video, but I've
We're
like,
going to do that
forgotten
because
so
we
much
may
of
have
this.
to
I
unbundle them
don't
and
wanna
regroup into the
Start.
tens place
No,
after.
it's fine.
So let's start doing that. I'm going to take one of them
I feel like there was
one here,
one animation
and one here. Now,
position.
I have 2 tens left
So
over.
I'm not sure.
So I'm going to need to take them,
clips will play.
unbundle them
I
in.
don't know. I'd have to look at this again later. But I
Once
think
I've
like if you
unbundled
don't
my
need a
2
picture in it, let's
tens,
just try doing it
I've
without a
put
picture. So
20
scratch that.
ones into the ones.
But I'm also, you know what I'll do?
with my
Like, I
7
think I would.
ones
I'm
that were
probably
already
gonna
there.
make something like.
And now I have
anyway,
27
as like a,
ones
a
that I'm going to
tutorial.
divide up.
So when I
into
figure it
3
out, I'll send
equal
it to you. But
groups.
let's just try.
Okay, yeah.
I went
Let's
ahead
just try doing it the other way and
distributed
just see what
that
happens when you
into
just
3
record
equal
a
Yeah.
screen.
I ended up
Okay,
putting
so-
9.
Oh, it says
into
recording in
each of
progress.
those
Locate
3
the stop
groups.
button on the bottom
So when
of
I
your
look at what I
screen and
have
finish the
in
recording and try
one of
again.
the
So maybe it was just
sections,
below where I
each
could
section,
see it.
I have 1
Where
10,
is my
and I
stop
have 9
button?
ones.
Not right about
1 10 and 9 ones
says I'm
is
still
equal to
recording.
19. So 57
Oh, I
divided
thought
by
this
3
was my
is
Google
equal
Cast.
to
That was dumb.
19.
See it right here?
Now,
Yeah,
I'm
oh,
gonna go
that's
ahead and
right
do it
there.
again.
So-
We're going to solve 86 divided by 5. We solve 57 divided by 3 by unbundling the tens. We're going to try a more challenging problem. How many groups will we divide 86 into? Well, you can see that it's 86 divided by 5, so we're going to divide that into 5 equal groups. What's the first step? Well, the first thing we're going to do is break it up into 86, break it up into tens and ones. When we break 86 up into tens and ones, we have 8 tens and we have 6 ones. So first I'm going to start by distributing my tens. So I'm going to put 1 here, 1 here, 1 here, 1 here, and 1 here. And now you can see that I have 3 tens that are left over. I'm going to have to distribute all of these tens and unbundle them into the ones place. So my 3 tens are going to come over and become 30 ones. Now that I've unbundled my 3 tens into 30 ones, I'm going to add that to the 6 ones that were already there, and I have 36 ones that I'm going to need to distribute into 5 equal groups. So when I distribute my 36 ones into 5 equal groups, I end up with 7 in each group, and I still have 1 left over. So when I take a look at how much is in each group of 5, I have 1 10 and 7 ones, which is equal to 17, and I have 1 left over that hasn't gone anywhere, so that's 17 with a remainder of 1. Before we move on from this problem, I want to show using the long division or division algorithm to show how we recorded those distributed tens and then the remaining tens. So when we show with the long division, the division algorithm, it's going to look like this. I had 86, and I was dividing it by 5. First, we had 8 divided into 5 equal groups. There was 1 in each group, giving us 5 that we distributed. We had 3 tens that were left over. We brought those 3 tens over into our ones place, changed them in, giving us a total of 36 ones. Then we divided up our 36 ones into 5 equal groups. There were 7 in each group for a total of 35. We took that away. There was 1 left over, which gave us 17 with a remainder of 1. Now we're going to start thinking about this in terms of mental math. If we have the problem 74 divided by 8 and we want to solve it, we've unbundled the tens and we've written remainders in the quotient. Now we're going to take a look at this. What's tricky here? Well, we can think of our 8 facts. And I'm thinking of an 8's fact whose product is close to 74. Can you guess it? Take a second and think and say it out loud if you want. 74 can be broken up into 72 and 2. One of my 8's facts is 9 times 8 is equal to 72. So therefore, if I think about it like that, I know that 72 divided by 8 is 9. And then my 2 also is the remainder. So we're going to do the same thing for a couple other problems. 87 divided by 9. Is there a nines fact that we could use to make this problem easier to solve? Let's see if we can do it by drawing a number bond. Now, what times 9 is going to give us close to 87 without going over? I can think of 87 breaking it up into 81 plus 6. I know in my multiplication facts that 9 times 9 is 81. So then 87 divided by 9 would be 9 with a remainder of 6. So let's keep going with the mental math. Our next problem we're going to do is 64 divided by 7. How can we solve this one mentally? Let's do the same thing and think about if we can think of a 7 fact that will get us close to 64 without going over. I know that 64 can be broken up into 63 and 1. I know that 7 times 9 will give me 63, and there will be 1 left over. Therefore, 64 divided by 7 is equal to 9 with a remainder of 1. Today, you're going to do your problem set, which is on pages 117 and 118. You're going to solve using the standard algorithm and check your quotient and remainder by using multiplication and addition. You can also do what we did before and use mental math to help you solve it. Your exit ticket is on page 119, and you're going to turn that into your teacher.